yeah, Snow White with Sigourney Weaver, that was, actually literally probably was decades ago. Yeah, that was an exciting time because I was just getting into film composing, and I did 2 films in that same, within that same year or two that I felt were the best things, some of the best things I've ever written, and neither film was released. So early on in your career where you've given it your all, you know, on 2 films that I thought really were gonna put me on the echelon, a higher echelon of film composers, when they don't come out, it's devastating. So I was really depressed about that. Snow White, it's a public domain story, so it was bought by Disney after they saw the dark version that this independent company had made, and so they bought it and threw it on a shelf so it would just go away. And then later it was re-released as a Showtime original, but it was really supposed to be in the theaters. I thought Sigourney Weaver was amazing in it. And the other one was a film called Incognito, which John Badham directed. It stayed as such, Incognito, but I always thought that was my masterpiece. There's Kiss Kiss Bang Bang also, which is the better version of The Nice Guys, which is one of my favorite scores and one of my favorite films that I've ever worked on. That was one of those gems that you watch over and over, and every time it's better. Yeah, I wrote this whole theme blind, and then they animated the title sequence to it like a Sal Bass kind of thing. And so that was really cool to see that. It's flattering when someone is inspired by what you write and really animates to it, you know. That was going to be a similar idea for The Nice Guys, same director, same producers and so forth. And so I wrote this really kitschy kind of 70s theme, but as it turned out, they used a song in the front and in the back. So the full-fledged theme that I wrote only was hinted at in the score in the film, which is too bad because it was that would have been a real gas to animate to, you know. When you're actually in the nitty-gritty of writing a film score, you're writing to picture, so of course you know exactly where it's going because that's your job, is to enhance the picture or the story or the subtext or whatever. So you're timing your music to the picture. Usually, there's been very rare situations where a composer has just written stuff and they just throw it on the picture or edit to that music. It's very rare, but it's happened. But where you do write blind, and which is a lost art really, is where you write your themes out before you score the film. You see the film, but then you don't write the picture. You think of what those themes are going to be. What is the overture to this film? What are the motifs I'm going to use? And so that takes a lot of discipline to sit there and struggle and go through the agonizing task of pre-writing all of your themes. But to me, that pays off tenfold, because then when you're scoring the picture, you're just drawing from a well you've created already, and you know where you're coming from and where you're going.